Welcome to the Deep Dive, your shortcut to being well-informed. Today we're heading out, metaphorically speaking, into some really deep, quiet places. We're exploring something. Well, frankly, it's unsettling. The mystery of the forest stairs. Just picture this with me for a second. You're miles out, no roads, nothing, just woods. And then you see it, a staircase, just rising up from the forest floor. It doesn't seem to go anywhere, it just stops midair, or maybe, it hints at a house that's long gone, swallowed by the forest. But here's the really weird part. These aren't always just piles of rubble. Often people describe them as surprisingly pristine, like made of good stone, sometimes even marble. It just looks so wrong, so out of place in the wildness all around it. And the most chilling bit, if you look this up online, you find these warnings everywhere. Almost visceral. Do not go near them. Don't climb them. And definitely don't turn your back on them. This isn't just some quirky internet story anymore. It's gone viral, Reddit, TikTok, you name it. For a lot of people, this feels like a key piece of some bigger, darker puzzle. So that's what we're doing today, a real deep dive. We're going to unpack this modern myth. Look at the origins, the wild theories, the so-called evidence, and some really unnerving conclusions people have reached.
Yeah, and what's so fascinating, I think, is that it's not just one single story. It's really evolved into this complex tapestry, almost a mosaic of interconnected ideas. You've got paranormal angles, government conspiracies, even extraterrestrial stuff woven in. But the core belief, the thing that runs through almost all of them, is the sense that these aren't just leftover bits of human buildings. They're something else, something entirely different.
Okay, so to really get our heads around this, we probably need to start with what many see as the parent theory, the missing 411 phenomenon.
Yeah.
Does that ring a bell for you? It's this huge collection of unsolved disappearances, thousands of cases, documented by David Paulides, an investigator. He focuses on people vanishing from national parks, forests, wild areas, and he points out these really specific, odd patterns. We're talking experienced people, hikers, hunters, sometimes even little kids just gone, without a trace. The circumstances often they don't make sense logically. Victims sometimes turn up miles away, places searched before, often missing clothes, shoes. Paulides also notes things like victims often being found near water or rocky areas, and disappearances sometimes cluster, like seasonally.
Right. And that's exactly where these forest stairs kind of slot into the narrative for a lot of people in that community. They've been looking for some kind of unifying explanation for these missing 411 cases for years. And these weird stairs, they become a prime candidate. The theory basically goes that the stairs aren't just random, they're a focal point, maybe a trap, maybe even a portal.
Portal, wow.
Yeah. The idea is that human curiosity, that feeling of what is that doing here, draws people closer. And the moment they approach or, step onto the stairs, that's when it happens. They vanish or get transported somewhere else or maybe taken by something unseen. So in this view, the stairs aren't the cause exactly, but they're the mechanism, the gateway.
Okay.
And connecting them to Missing 411, which deals with real documented missing persons cases, well, it casts a really chilling shadow. Suddenly, the stairs aren't just an oddity you might hike past. They're potentially linked to genuine dread, to an ongoing real-world mystery.
That does make the hairs stand up a bit, doesn't it? So naturally, probably the most common, the most visceral theories are rooted in the paranormal. Cryptids, ghosts, that sort of thing. Let's start with the classic, the fairy folk. Otherworldly portals. I mean, think about folklore, right? Forests are always places of magic, danger.
Always. The threshold places.
Exactly. The domain of spirits, the fae, things just beyond our world. So in this light, the stairs become a literal bridge between our world and somewhere else. Maybe remnants of fae kingdom? A stairway to a forgotten realm that just sort of phases into ours sometime. And that warning, don't approach, don't step on them. It feels less like internet chatter and more like ancient wisdom,
Like the old tales.
Right, step onto their path, enter their world, and maybe you can't come back. It maps directly onto old stories of people being fae-struck or taken by the fairies, kind of pre-modern explanations for missing persons.
And they fit the archetype of a fae trap perfectly, don't they? Beautiful, tempting, completely out of place.
Okay, now there's a more modern twist on this. And honestly, it's pretty terrifying. It connects the stairs to creatures people talk about online, often called crawlers.
Ah, yes, the crawlers. Definitely a more recent addition to the lore.
How are they usually described?
Generally pale, sort of emaciated-looking humanoid figures. Unnaturally tall, thin, long limbs, very predatory vibe. Masters of mimicry, psychological games, lurking in the shadows.
Right, so the theory here is that these things use the stairs, like hunting blind almost. The stairs are the lure. They pull curious humans in.
Exactly. Once you're on or near the stairs, you're isolated, vulnerable. And these crawlers, they either attack directly or maybe use their creepiness to lure you deeper into the woods, away from safety.
Gone forever.
That's the implication. Some people even talk about the stairs as like architectural bait, a physical trap built by these things. And that loops us back to that warning, that absolutely crucial, consistent warning you hear everywhere. Don't go up the stairs. And just as importantly, don't turn your back on them.
Right. That second part is really specific.
It is. It's not just general caution. It implies mechanics. Climbing the stairs, some believe, is like giving consent. Crossing a line you can't uncross. Or maybe it activates something, triggers the trap.
Okay.
But don't turn your back. That's particularly chilling, isn't it? It makes you picture something bound to that spot. Waiting, you turn around, make yourself vulnerable for just a second, and bang! Swift, silent attack.
From something you can't see until it's too late.
Precisely. And this warning, it often comes from people claiming they had personal encounters, really unsettling experiences. That adds a layer of, well, terrifying credibility for believers.
Okay, so we have the supernatural, the cryptids. But what if it's not something other? What if it's us? Another big branch of theories points fingers at human agencies, government, military.
The more terrestrial conspiracies.
One popular idea is that these aren't mystical portals, but scientific ones. Part of some secret government project. Interdimensional travel, maybe. Teleportation experiments.
Well, like stargates in the woods.
Kinda, yeah. The stairs are seen as a hotspot, a node in some secret network. So if someone stumbles on one, they've basically wandered into a classified dangerous research zone. And the disappearances. Not cryptids snatching people, it's scientific accidents. People getting zapped to another dimension, maybe another time, or just disintegrated.
Oof.
And the fact they often look pristine, that's taken as proof it's an ongoing project, not just ruins.
Still active.
Right. And any park rangers or officials who might know? Part of the cover-up. Told to stay quiet, keep people away. In this version, missing 411 isn't unexplained. It's like collateral damage in a secret war on reality itself.
Then there's a slightly more, let's say, grounded version of that. Still paranoid, but maybe less sci-fi. This links the stairs to military installations. Old bunkers, underground facilities.
Oh, okay. So they lead down, not elsewhere.
Exactly. Into some forgotten subterranean world. Maybe not entirely forgotten by the military, though. Still active, perhaps. So disappearances become simpler, if no less sinister. Trespassing.
On a classified, dangerous site.
Right. You stumble onto something you shouldn't see, you get apprehended. Maybe worse, to maintain secrecy.
And the well-preserved stairs.
Needed for access. Still in use. Their quality suggests a serious long-term project, not just some homesteader's root cellar entrance.
Yeah, you can see how that would appeal to anyone already distrustful of government secrecy.
Absolutely. It taps right into that vein of thought.
Okay, from secret labs underground, let's take the biggest leap. The really speculative stuff. Extraterrestrials. UFOs.
The final frontier of stair theories.
So this idea is simple. Aliens built them. Not humans, not cryptids, not the government. ETs.
Okay, why?
Theories vary. Maybe a landing pad for small ships, an observation post, or just some piece of advanced alien tech we literally can't understand the function of.
Right, and the disappearances in this scenario.
Abductions. Straight up. But targeted. The aliens aren't just grabbing people randomly, they're doing it from these specific spots. The stairs.
It's like a beacon or a designated pickup point.
Yeah, something like that. A homing device, maybe. Draws people in, makes abduction easy.
And the pristine condition.
Advanced alien materials, of course. Super durable stuff, immune to weather, unlike our primitive concrete and stone.
There's also a slightly different, maybe more philosophical take on the alien angle. Less about abduction, more about communication or art.
How so?
The idea that the stairs aren't functional in a way we'd recognize, they're alien art. Or a message, a literal staircase to the stars meant to provoke thought, maybe.
So where's the danger then, if it's not abduction?
The danger shifts. It's not physical attack, it's existential dread. The shock of confronting something so alien, so vast, a truth too big for our little human minds. So missing 411 cases linked to stairs, in this view, aren't abductions. They're people whose minds just break. Short circuit from the sheer incomprehensibility of what they've encountered.
Wow, okay. We've gone from fairies to aliens breaking our minds. It's quite a journey. But now, let's take a breath, pull back for that critical look. Because this deep dive wouldn't be complete without asking, what if the answer is much simpler, more rational?
The Occam's razor moment.
Exactly.
Yeah.
Because, let's be honest, this whole phenomenon, compelling as it is built almost entirely on stories, anecdotes.
Right. Photos, personal accounts, but very little definitive, verifiable, consistently documented proof.
We see a creepy photo, hear a scary story online. And the internet itself, places like Reddit, TikTok, they're like massive echo chambers for this stuff, right?
Oh, absolutely. A powerful amplifier.
Someone finds some old stairs, maybe thinks, that's weird. They search stairs in the woods.
And boom, instantly hit with a flood of these theories, these warnings, these connections to missing 411.
That little spark of, gets fanned into a flame. It confirms their feeling that something is weird here.
It's classic confirmation bias. You start looking for evidence that fits the theory you've just discovered.
And the warnings don't climb, don't turn your back, they become part of the story itself. Pass along, reinforcing the fear.
It becomes a self-perpetuating myth, fueled by curiosity and, let's face it, a shared sense of unease about the deep woods.
And maybe those pristine stairs. Maybe it's just a really good photo angle. Or the light was just right. Or our memory embellishes the creepiness.
All possible psychological factors, definitely. And when you strip away the layers of conspiracy and folklore, what's the most likely? The mundane truth.
Go on, let's hear it.
It's almost certainly just remnants, old homesteads, logging camps, maybe forgotten public works projects like park trails from decades ago.
Stuff that was built, then abandoned.
Exactly. Wood rots, houses collapse and get reclaimed by the forest relatively quickly. But stone, concrete, especially good quality stone like granite or marble, sometimes used for steps, that stuff can last for centuries.
So the building vanishes, but the stairs remain.
Precisely. They become these isolated relics. Haunting, sure, but just old. The pristine condition isn't alien tech, it's just durable material science. And the lack of foundations or other ruins, decades of natural decay, plus people scavenging materials over the years, it adds up.
Makes sense.
And the disappearances. Missing 411. Tragically real, yes, but likely due to the known dangers of the wilderness. Accidents, getting lost, exposure, hypothermia, animal attacks, even human foul play, unfortunately.
So linking those very real tragedies to these random leftover stairs.
It's probably connecting two unrelated things because it creates a much more dramatic, compelling narrative. A story with a mysterious cause.
And that really gets to the heart of conspiracy theories, doesn't it? They're often less about objective fact and more about, well, the stories we tell ourselves.
Yeah.
What we want to believe, maybe.
They provide patterns, explanations, when maybe there's just chaos or mundane reality.
The Forest Stairs conspiracy feels like a perfect modern myth.
Yeah.
A digital campfire story. It taps into those really ancient, deep-seated fears we have. Fear of the dark woods, fear of the unknown, fear of getting lost. It's kind of a potent reminder, actually. Even now with satellites, GPS, everything, there are still places where we can truly get lost. Not just physically out there in the trees, but maybe lost in our own minds too. Creating these elaborate stories to explain things that might just be forgotten history.
Yeah, so maybe the next time you're out walking, maybe deep in a park or forest, and you do see them, a lone staircase rising from the leaves and dirt, you'll have a choice, won't you? How to see it. Is it a portal to the Fey realm, a government experiment gone wrong, a crawler's hunting ground, an alien message, or is it just a piece of someone's forgotten life? A ghost of a home, a place where people lived, now returned to the earth? The answer, I suppose, as always, it's waiting for you out there in the trees.